Hello, how's everyone doing today? This is the podcast by Amada. It is Wednesday, April 26th, and we have a very, very special guest for you today from the adult industry. She is a petite Asian sensation who is rebooting her hardcore image by relaunching her new website, cindystarfall.net. She personally created the site to satisfy all her fans' needs. The website features a highly interactive membership portal, and her web store offers a variety of Starfall merchandise, including signed copies of her latest films, Squirter Sex Blog, Asian Stepdaughter, Squirtaholic, and her showcase Starfall. Please welcome to the show, Miss Cindy Starfall. How you doing?
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me on the show.
All right, I'm glad to have you. Glad to have you. Now,
Yeah.
first off, you definitely want to encourage your fans and the listeners right now to join your Club Starfall. It's a VIP social club where members can personally interact with you. Can you give a little more info on that?
Yes, totally. So everyone very familiar with Snapchat. So Club Starfall is pretty much like Snapchat. The one thing I really love about Club Starfall is because the video doesn't go away, and you get more perks like a voicemail from me. You get a birthday present from me. So it is a more personal interaction with my fans. Every day I will post daily video of me either on set or with a girlfriend or just being at home masturbating. So you get to see my life and just travel with me, go on a journey with me. And it's better because you get to know the actress behind the camera. And it's right now you get a free 7-day trial right now if you go on clubstarfall.com and sign up.
All right. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Now, also, you've got some upcoming appearances. June 23rd through the 25th, you're going to be at Exotica in Chicago, and you'll be signing at Candy Adult Booth. This one I'm
Yes.
excited about. August 17th through the 19th, you're going to be at the Crazy Horse in San Francisco, which is about 3 hours for me. So I'm definitely gonna,
Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
yeah,
Well,
I'm definitely gonna see
you
if,
will have to be there. Is Yeah, just let me know. It's definitely going to be a crazy show because for Crazy Hot Horse, unlike other states, when they have rule, Crazy Horse has no rule, and I could basically do whatever the heck I want on stage, and I tend to get very dirty and crazy, so you definitely don't want to miss the show. Also, I will be performing with Marika Hase as well. So we will be doing a duo show.
okay, all right, good to hear. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna see if I can get a couple days
Yeah,
off, get a
and
couple
with
days off
that,
from work.
yeah, and anyone, all of my fans that are listening, sign up for Club Starfall, or if you're already a current member, you could just simply bring your membership card that got sent to you, and you get to cut in front of the line because the line can be very long for the meet and greet, and then sometimes I have to cut the line, so just save some time that you could just go in front.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's definitely a good benefit there. That way
Yeah,
they make sure that they definitely get to meet you for sure. Now, also,
yeah, because
no, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I was
Because
just gonna.
every time I do Crazy Horse, everybody always, oh man, I waited so long, I waited an hour. I'm like, oh, like, so I wanted to create a club software to give you a benefit over other people.
Right, right. That's good to hear. Now, September 14th to the 16th, you'll be at the Hustler Club in St. Louis, and November 3rd
Yes,
through the 5th, you're going to be Exotica, New Jersey, again signing for Candy Adult Booth.
yes,
So definitely, guys,
yes,
if
exactly.
yeah, if you're in those areas, man, make sure you check her out and say hi, and you tell her the podcast by
And
Mata
I
sent you.
I also wanted to add it to this morning. I got signed for Nashville as well. So if you're a countryman, if you're my cowboy, make sure you come out and you do live in Nashville. Then I'll be there in June 8, 9, and 10. It just came in today.
Okay, all right, good to hear. Now, now you were born in Vietnam.
Yeah, I was. I was born in Saigon, Vietnam.
Okay, and how was it there during the time that you lived there?
Um, Well, I was very because I grew up in a very traditional household, so I feel like I didn't have much of a childhood that most people would have. I was doing homeschool all day. Then I learned I do extra school work during the day, so I didn't really get to go out that much. I was very sheltered
Mm-hmm.
in my homes, and I think that's why being in the industry, I love it because I have it's more like an empowerment for me. I get to do what I want and what I love, and I get to be in control of my career because I never had control, before in my early life. Everybody always tell me what to do.
Right, right. Now, you came to the
Yeah.
You came to the United States when you were about 15. How did that come about? And
Yeah, I just come to the U.S. for 15. Well, it's more like around 13 or 14. I start to be a little bit more like rebellious. Like I keep sneaking out of the house, and like the house is very strict, and we have securities and everything. But so I keep sneaking out, and then my dad found out, and he got very mad. So he decided to just send me to the U.S. Hopefully, I will be better if I get sent to another country.
uh-huh.
So that's what he did. A week after, I didn't even know that there was paper going on. The week after, I would say, "Hey, you're going to the U.S. to study." So I was a foreign exchange student, and I got sent to Salem, Oregon, and
Okay.
I was I was enrolled in an all-girls school. So my whole life I went to private school. Um, so I think he's doing it to keep me away from the boys because he sent me to an all-girls school. But it's really I'm always craving have that sexuality in me that I always want to express.
Right, right. Now, being that you got sent to Oregon, I'm going to assume that you were probably one of the only Asians in the area.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I was the only Vietnamese Asian. I mean, in fact, Asian because there's nobody else who would be speaking Vietnamese to me. I didn't know much English. I mean, beside of like, how are you? Like a decent conversation. But when you study English, is one thing in Vietnam, and you don't use it every day. You tend to forget because you don't know how to actually communicate in it. And everybody here tend to speak more of a slang word.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't understand half of the things you guys were saying. I mean, I'm pretty much not to everything. So if somebody asked me, "Do you want to suck my dick after school?" I probably not to that too. Um,
Okay.
So I just say yeah, like that's like no for me. I just not like yeah to everything, even though I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Now, since your parents were really strict, so roughly about what age were you when you lost your virginity?
Yeah, my parents very strict. So I after high school I waited into my college years. So I lost my virginity when I was 18.
Okay. All
It's
right.
pretty late compared to other girls, but yeah, there's no way I couldn't get out. I couldn't get out much. Like I said, I didn't have much of a childhood or a teenager years or something like that. It was just one of that moment when I'm just like, fuck this, I stick you in my room, and my room is right next to my mom's room, and then my grandma's room's on the other side. If you know anything about Asian family, we tend to like just live in one house. It's like 2, 3 generations live in one house.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, you have like a whole family reunion. So here I am. I sneak this guy in, and I let him fuck me. I forgot his name though, so that sucks. But I think it was just one of those moments when I just wanted the cock that I didn't really care who it was. I wish I could have made it meaningful, but I just like fuck it, I just need a cock.
Right. Right. Now, I also understand you went to a fashion school.
Yeah, that's where I went to college. I got accepted into all the UC school that my mom really wanted me to do. My mom just wanted me to be a nurse, wanted me to be a lawyer, a doctor,
Right.
or follow my dad take over the business or something. But it wasn't for me. I knew it wasn't for me. I can't be a nurse. I'm too horny. I can't be a doctor. I'll fuck every patient. Or, I can't be a lawyer either. I mean, I could just see myself being a lawyer. Okay, well, I'll get you off this case if you lick my pussy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just don't see myself being a professional.
And I also think there you just kind of described some movie scenes you could be doing too as well.
Yeah, I could. I love role playing like that a lot. That's one of my turn on. So I told Mom, like, this is boring. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I sneakily, again, behind her back, I applied to the fashion school.
Okay.
It's a famous fashion school in LA, and I study it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make a business out of this. So I studied business. I studied marketing and merchandising. And I love it because the school has so many hot chicks that I just love walking around and just looking at them. But I was still really shy at 18. I didn't know what I could do yet before the porn industry. So I didn't really make an approach or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
But there was definitely few girls that I fucked already.
Oh, okay.
At the school.
Uh-huh. All right.
And, yeah. So that was my college, but I didn't go to like a normal college. And then they got me a job, a fashion corporate job that I got out of my college before I graduated.
Uh-huh.
So when I graduated, I took that job. I worked there for about a year, and I just like, whoa, this is too conservative. I couldn't be myself. I was just watching over my mouth every time I say something.
Mm-hmm.
And you just know me, like, I don't really have much filter. Like, if I want to say dick, I say dick. I don't have any, like, filter of saying something, I don't know, your flowers or something like that. Like, if I want to prefer to pussy. I'm not that kind of girl.
Right.
So and then the opportunity came. I met this executive that worked in the business, and I say, okay, fine, why not?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it. It was just one of the fun things. I was going to do it. I always like performing. So, actually before that, I did swingers lifestyle. That's when I know I love performing.
Okay.
Because I love being watched, and that's just how it all started. I'm just like, I quit. I told my people I quit. You don't have to call me in HR anymore, and then that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Now you've been in the industry about 5 years?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years. Okay.
Flies so quickly. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What have you learned about the industry? Good and bad.
I learned just like everything else, the industry is what you make out of it. Obviously, there's a lot of conception that people think about the industry, and the stigma that came with being in the porn business.
Uh-huh.
In my first 2 years, I care about it. But you know what? At this point now, when people are trying to shame with me because of the fact that I'm in the business, I don't care anymore because, I don't really care for haters anymore because I'm still doing what I love. I'm hustling every day, and it's sex and it's fun, but it's a business.
Right. Yeah, you got to treat it like a business, and you got to do what you got to do to make your money and move forward.
Yeah, we're healthy. We get tested every 14 days, so It's just that a bunch of other stigma. I just feel like I tell the new girls that you get in, you got to make sure you save the money, because I do. I save my money. I don't spend every penny that I make. So just so that I can invest in myself and invest in something that can make me more money back. And I see it as a business. Sex sells no matter what.
Right.
And I love it. I love my job. I love my fans. I love being sexual. I love just being naked and showing off my body. That's just how I am. I don't worry much about what other people think anymore. That's totally different from how I grew up. How I grew up in Vietnam and here, and my family kept me very sheltered. They care so much about what other people say. until now, they care so much about what other people say when it comes to, oh, your daughter is in porn and stuff.
Right.
So I tell them, don't worry about it. I mean, people are going to talk shit no matter what. Like, you can never please everybody. And that I just come to the point that I'm so strong, then I'm confident in myself. I do what I do, and I just don't care what people say.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. My dad used to have a saying. He would hold up his hand, and he would say, if they're not paying for your bill, if they're, he'd put down his pinky, and then he'd take the ring finger and say, if they're not making your car payment, he'd put his finger down. He said, and then if they're not making your house payment or doing anything positive for you, then he'd put the point finger down. He'd say, what's left? He said, the middle finger sticking up. He says, that's right, fuck him. Let him. Who cares what they
Hey,
think?
that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, because when it's a good one. When my family find out about what happened and what I do, they're always trying to rationalize it. Like, well, how can someone go into this business and fuck all these guys,
Mm-hmm.
Like, there has to be something happen. Like, I didn't do it by myself. There has to be some guy tricking me into the business. Like, there's so many opinions inside my family that just like, blah, 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 you shouldn't do it. You're ruining your life, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, look, I'm paying my own bill. I pay up my college debt. You guys not helping me. So I'm doing something with my life, and I'm happy, and no one tricking me into this. It's actually safer than, if I'm on the street or something being a hooker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah,
It's just a lot of people who is not in the business thing is a very, dirty and very unsafe business. But on set, I feel safe. Everybody treat me awesome. So when I just say that it's my choice.
right.
And I mean, it's definitely, there's a big bridge right now with me and my family for what I do, because there's always that awkwardness.
Right.
I don't see it's going to be better. Honestly, it sucks because it's not a white family, it's an Asian family. So when they think something about you and they couldn't understand why you love sex so much or something, because it's almost unnatural to them. So it's just to the point I don't even explain myself anymore.
Right. Right. Now, as far as your scenes go, do you have a favorite scene that you've done?
God, I have so many favorite scenes. I love all the scenes from my showcase movie, Starfall, that won the X-Biz Award for Best Asian Movie. And then I did this squirting scenes for Hard X, where I squirt 90 times in a scene, which was, I don't know how I did it.
Yeah, that was going to be one of the questions that I'd heard that you had squirted 90 times during a scene.
Yeah, you know what? I love working for Mason. That was my first time working for Mason for Hard X. And she always wins so much awards. She knows how to push her talent. And she say, look, the other girl squirted 70 times. Now we need to talk that. So I'm like, oh man, I don't know, 70 times, that's a lot. I don't know if I have, I'm a small girl. I don't know if my, bladder of my body can even produce 70 times work.
Yeah, wow. Now,
so
go ahead.
So it kept happening. It just kept going on. The squirting kept going on, and I love working with Mike Clue. He knows exactly what to do. So it just happened, and I didn't. At the end of the scene, she was just amazed. We didn't count it yet until later, and I didn't know until after the whole editing that they actually counted it or something like that. So that's when I know.
Yeah, yeah. Now, how was it working with Eric John? He was a former guest that we had here not a while back.
Oh, I love him. He's sweet. He's sweet. He's a gentleman, and he knows how to perform, and he's very smart. I love working with him because, he's one of the veterans in the business.
Right.
And veteran is great because I get to learn, how they are. A lot of men want to be a porn star. I mean, I get requests every day. How do I want to be a porn star? But it actually takes a lot of effort to be a porn star. I give props to all my male porn star any day
Yeah.
because I mean, to me, I just kind of lay there, open up my pussy, and okay, come fuck me, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for
Oh, go ahead.
for a man, you gotta perform. Like you gotta know, because it's not having sex. Like it's not like a position you would do when off the camera in your bed. You know, because it's closed in. Because when we're on set for the camera, you gotta open up for the camera. So the position is not like the same thing you would do at home. And they gotta come on demand. They gotta do all this. So it's just a lot for them that I have a lot of respect for male porn stars.
Yeah, it's a lot of angles, a lot of bad. They got to be in
Yeah.
awkward positions, and
Awkward position, angle, and there's a camera or there's a camera guy. Like if it's a POV scene, there's a camera guy right behind him.
exactly.
Then sometimes you just kind of want that space if you're a guy and like, dude, look, I'm having a hard on. There's this guy right behind me. So I think when you want to be a porn star, whoever listening to this, you just gotta make sure you're comfortable in front of the camera because everybody wants it, but not everyone could actually pull it off.
Exactly.
And with Eric John for the scenes that we did, it was what's it called? I think he was my plumber. I was having a problem at my house, and I called him over, and I ended up tripping over his big car. And we did all these crazy positions. He has to lift me up. I was sucking his dick, standing 69 upside down. So those kind of positions requires a lot of effort and strength to be able to hold me up and fuck me at the same time. So he has all my respect.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Hoping I can get him back on the show.
But like funny, dorky guy, but also smart.
Yeah,
it's just kind of funny.
Yeah, when I had him on, he was like, "Well, I got an hour in between, scenes. So he'd called me up, said, "Hey, can we do it now?" I said, "Yeah, give me a couple minutes to set up." I set up, and I said, "How you doing today?" "Oh, well, I just finished up 5 scenes today, and I got an hour break, so I'm gonna do this for you right now, and then I got 2 more shoots after that." I'm like, "Holy smack, jeez, that's crazy."
Oh yeah, you gotta be able to like freaking come every day, and a lot of time I'm just like, they told me that sometimes when they be on the scene, they want to focus and they want to give the director what they what the director wants.
Mm-hmm.
But when they get home, they start to relive the scene, and that's when they come again and they just enjoy it better.
Right. Now, do you view your scenes after you're done shooting them?
Not really. I mean, I feel like when I view it, I'm viewing it as more of a critic versus more of a masturbation purposes.
Okay.
I judge myself and like I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should put my hand somewhere else. Maybe I should look up more. So I feel like we all are best critics, and I think so. Sometimes I do view it for just for a type of review, but for masturbating, and I do that every day. I watch someone else with like, I tend to watch more of a POV porn more.
Okay. Now, how was it working with Mandingo?
Huge. I worked with him for several times,
Mm-hmm.
and it was funny because my agent would call me up and said, "Can you take big dick?" And at that point, I don't know if I can take big dick yet. The first time I met Mandingo, but I'm just a trooper, and I say, "You know what? Okay, fine, let's do it." And I was pretty excited, but then I'm also nervous because after that, I found out, I wasn't from here. I wasn't in the States. So I'm just like, oh, man, Mandingo is really big. It's like the biggest in business. And I started to get nervous.
Mm-hmm.
So on that day, but I didn't want to stretch myself out because then if I stretch myself out, then I'm going to come and I'll kind of want to save all my cum for him. So it was all these questions in my head. And when I met him, he was awesome. He was very, he's gentle. He knows he got a big cock. So he put it on, and he was a great performer. And he just know how to work his big cock. I'm not sure if it makes sense because there are men who have big car but doesn't know how to work it. They just kind of lay there.
Right.
And there's men that know how to work it. So I love that. And I would say it doesn't matter what size you got, as long as you know how to work your cock, it's perfect. Like I'm not outside of work. I'm not looking for a 15 inches cock.
Right. That was my next question is in your personal life, do you prefer like average size or the bigger size?
That doesn't really matter for me off camera because, well, obviously I gotta be able to feel you, but I'm very tiny and my pussy is pretty tight, so I can feel most of the guys anyway.
Right.
And so as long as you know how to put up, as long as you know how to put up with me and be able to keep up with how horny I can be all the time.
Right.
Because I do. I can get horny in the morning, and then I get horny, during your lunch break. I could just want to fuck you all the time. I might want to fuck you 11 times a day. I'm not sure yet, but I will. So I have a lot of time, when it doesn't work out because I'm just too horny.
Right.
And they don't know how to say it to you. They just say you're just too much. Maybe they just never. I don't know. I love sex, and being on camera doesn't mean that I don't have sex off camera anymore.
Right.
I enjoy them both. You just you don't have to have a huge cock. We just gotta fuck,
Right. Yeah.
whenever we want to.
Right. And I think
I can't.
Go ahead.
Go like 2 weeks without a cock.
Now
Like. Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh no problem. I was listening to you.
Oh no, I was gonna say is okay. So you don't have so you like the average size. Now you said you have no problem with having sex off camera with people.
No, I love having sex off camera with people. The more men, the better.
Okay, all right. Now,
as I'm saying that, I'm touching my tits as I'm saying that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how? Now I understand you don't. From a past interview, you don't very seldom wear panties.
No, I hate panties. It's give me wedgies. It's just. I wear panties if the guy really wants to, and it's something that turns you on. So I wear panties like lingerie to turn you on and tease you and stuff like that. But just like on a, if I go shopping or do grocery, I don't wear panties. So anytime you see me in person, most likely I'm not wearing panties.
Okay.
It's just better for me that way. It's more airy than wearing panties.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what's a day like for you on set? Like, how much footage do they need to shoot for like a 30-minute scene?
Well, usually a typical porn scene lasts about, not porn scene, like, the entire day from makeup to photos and stuff. It's between 6 to 8 hours. I know that's a lot, but there is a lot going on for a scene to shoot, especially for mainstream porn, because there's so much to cover. If it has dialogue or not, we gotta do dialogue, then photo, then interview, behind the scenes camera. So there's a lot going on, and then the sex scene, because there's also a sex still going on. So sometimes it does take a whole day.
Okay, all right. Now, what's a day like for you when you're not shooting? What do you usually do?
When I'm not shooting, I love to enjoy myself by getting a massage. I love getting foot massage or body massage, but I also love to travel. I really like to travel and see the world because then you get to learn, you get to appreciate what you have over here. And I love learning about different people's culture, different food. So I like to do that a lot. But sometimes with traveling, it's a little hard because of my schedule. So like you don't get to have a full 2 weeks straight. So I tend to, but whenever I have time, I always try to squeeze it in. And I love to cook a lot too.
Okay, all right. What is there like a certain dish that you like to cook?
I I love to cook a lot of Vietnamese dish. I cook. I don't do pho a lot. The noodle broth because it takes a really long time to make Vietnamese food. But I cook a more of a soup type
Okay. Okay.
than baguette. And then I make a really good chicken piccata. I'm not sure why. I know that's Italian, but but I make really good that. So I cook different cultural food from when I travel.
Okay. All right. Now, I was looking at the Pornhub Snapchat, and it was last week or a week and a half ago. You were on there with Gina Valentina.
Yeah, it was really fun. Me, Gina, and Carly was doing on our artist. We were playing a scam artist for the series, and we went to Coachella. So it was really fun.
All right. All right. Now, this next question, listeners, guys, especially, pay attention to this one. How would a guy get your attention? Is there a specific thing or look that they should give you, or?
Okay. Let's see. How would a guy get my attention? Don't give me those pickup lines. Don't be like, oh, let's go fuck. Just simply come over and introduce yourself and just be nice and be a gentleman. Gentlemen turn me on. A little effort goes a long way.
Okay. All right. All right.
But also don't be creepy. Don't be so
Yeah,
creepy and just
exactly.
stand in the background and stare at me the entire time. There's a lot of people at the gym. I know you know who I am. So just come and talk to me. I don't bite.
There you go. All right. Now, like how often do you have sex off camera, and does the sex off camera ever feel like work?
How often I have sex off camera? A lot. Like I did a lot last night. I did a lot this morning. I love sex off camera. It doesn't feel like work. No, it's different because you don't have to worry about angle or lighting, and you just get to fuck the cock that you want, however
Right.
you want. And
Okay.
it can last however long you want, whichever position. Because sometimes on set, when a director get enough time for a certain position, then he said, okay, you should move on to the next one. So what if, I love doggy and I love being fucked doggy, and yesterday I was being fucked doggy on the couch and it was awesome.
All
I
right.
came so hard.
All right. Um, how often do you still attend swinger parties and stuff?
I
Or
do a lot of swinger party. You know what? Not often because of my schedule right now, but
right.
I still have a lot of swinger friends that I hang out with.
Okay. All right. Now, what is something about you that your fans wouldn't know about you that you'd like them to know?
I'm very flexible. I can be in different positions, and you can fuck me in every different one. And that's one of my favorite scenes too. It's called "Fucking Flexible" for Tony Rubis for Evil Angel.
Oh, okay. All right. What
Yeah, if you imagine me on a split or doing a back bend, sucking your dick, definitely.
Oh, wow. All right. What are your hobbies and interests?
Well, like I said, I love travel and I love cooking a lot. I love meeting new people. And so I have been back to Vietnam probably every year now.
Okay.
And I love that a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to introduce everybody to my country.
Yeah. Yeah, a friend of mine, good friend of mine who's on the show, she went back to Vietnam for her sister's wedding. And
Oh, she did?
yeah,
Wow.
and she did everything on Snapchat, so I got to see everything and the culture and everything. And she ended up she went to the wedding, and then after that she ended up doing some humanitarian work. She visited a old folks home over there, and she bought enough supplies for them for like, the entire year. And then she also
Wow.
visited a orphanage for disabled children. And that really got near and dear to my heart because I have a disabled son myself, and she did the same thing there. She went and bought water and supplies and everything, for the entire year, and it really got to her. And it sounds like now she's going to go back every year and repeat it and do the same thing and visit them and basically help them out with their
Yeah,
needs.
it's a beautiful country there, and the people, like I said, you tend to learn what our people don't have. Kids over here, they have everything.
Exactly.
Cell phone, iPad, everything. Over there, they don't have that. And we appreciate it more.
Exactly. I mean, on the Snapchat, she did this one thing where she was on a boat and they had to use the bathroom, and she had to walk across this like bamboo stick to get to the other
Oh
side
my
to
God, yeah,
where,
the bridge.
yeah, to go into the bush
For her
where,
to squat down.
exactly. Yep. So it definitely, that
Now, I would say if you go there, you're gonna have to have an open minded. You can't expect it to be a first class like 5-star
right.
service like over here, Wi-Fi everywhere. We're a developing countries, and it's gonna get there, but it's just not. If you go there with more of a closed minded and you want everything, like you want a pizza or something, or you can get that in a big city, but not more in a little town. And the little town is where you're actually going to see how Vietnamese people live.
Right. Yeah. And I did see that, through her Snapchat stories and stuff. And like I said, people out there, you got your cell phone, you got your Wi-Fi, you got running water, you've got a toilet that flushes, and don't take that for granted.
Sometimes we get so much that you just don't know what you don't get, what other people don't get.
Yeah.
Because and those people just make life out of it, and they're happy.
Exactly. Now, do you now if I don't know if you have any pets or not, but would you prefer a dog or cat if you have one?
I love pet. I have a cat myself.
Okay. I'm not sure if you're into video games or not, but PlayStation 4 or Xbox?
I'm not really a video game
Okay.
person like PlayStation or Xbox. I'm more of a Pokemon game.
Pokemon. Okay. All righty. Okay. All right. Chinese, Mexican, Italian, or some other type of food?
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. Okay. Vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry ice cream?
Oh, both. All of those above on top of my body. You're going to lick it off.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Now, what would you like to direct or produce at some point during your career?
Yeah, of course. I'm actually working on a producing company right now.
Okay.
So, yes, I would love, I always want to be directing, but I only want to be directing for myself.
Okay. Now, what about, have you ever thought about doing a gangbang or I hope I say this right, a Bukhara scene with...
Bukkake?
Bukkake, there it is.
Bukkake.
Bukkake scene with any of your fans?
I love that. One of my favorite fantasies is being Bukkake with my fans, and they would all line up, and I was just stuck out of their cost. And for gangbang, one of my favorite gangbang scenes was with 8 Man in Starfall.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Definitely we'll have to check that out for
crazy.
sure.
It definitely was all very messy, and you guys can all get my my showcase movie Starfall, a copy of it on my online store at cindystarfall.net, because it will be signed to you.
Okay, there you go. And also, yeah, definitely, like I said, again, she wants you to join the Club Starfall, at that VIP social group. And you can find out all the info at cindystarfall.net for sure. Hey, I want to thank you for being on, Cindy. I do appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was fun.
Yeah, and we definitely would like to have you back on again in the future if you'd like.
Sounds great.
Okay. All right, we'll talk to you later, and you have a good day.
Okay, bye, you too.
Okay. All right, that was Cindy Starfall. Hey, I want to thank her again for being on. Like I said, guys, definitely check out her VIP store, man. There's so much you can get. Like she said, you get a 7-day trial membership to the VIP Social Club, the Platinum Package. You get also her showcase. Her showcase Starfall for Darko Evil Angel, one Asian themed release for 2016, also at the XBiz Awards. Definitely check her out where she's going to be, have her upcoming appearances at Exotica, the Chicago signing she'll be at the Candy Adult booth. Also, she's going to be August 17th through the 19th at the Crazy Horse in San Francisco. And September 14th to the 16th, she'll be at the Hustler Club in St. Louis. So definitely check those dates out. And of course, in November, from the 3rd through the 5th, at Exotica, New Jersey, she'll be signing at Candy Adult booth. Now, she's also has some new releases coming up. She's got Mean Bitches, POV, which will be come on this 4/17/17 through Mean Bitches Productions. Porn Star Confessions, which was released on 3/21/17 from Digital Underground, and she shares the cover on that. Asian Angels, 2/27/17 from Elegant Angel. Cum Covered Secretaries was released February 9th from Wood Rocket, and looks like she shares the cover on that. Mean Dungeon 8, which was released February 6th from Mean Bitch Productions. And Spunk My Pussy was released on 1/9/17 from Evil Angel, and she shares the box cover on that. So definitely, guys, check her out, man. She's definitely a firecracker, man. If you haven't checked out her scenes, definitely check them out. She's definitely very, very, very good performer for sure. I want to thank you guys again for being on. And again, I want to thank you, Cindy, for being on, and hope we can have you on here soon, real soon. And again, everyone, man, check out that website of hers, cindystarfall.net. And I'll put that on the video on here when I do it. Also, I will also put up a few other sites where you can find her Starfall showcase movie. You definitely want to check that out, and I'll post a few other things on here. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. And our next show will be on, I believe, this Friday. I'll definitely have to check the schedule, but our next show will be this Friday. So definitely check that out, Friday the 28th. And again, we had Cindy Starfall on today. I want to thank her again for being on. And guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks.